Peter Hoslin. I'm the Regional Director of Europe and our new markets for the Hong Kong Tourism Board.
Great, and welcome to Breaking Travel News. How's the world travel market working out for you so far?
Excellent. It's really good to be back. We've had a few years away from WTM, so we've brought a group of our Hong Kong partners over from Hong Kong. We're providing a platform for them to mix with the WTM trade. So it's good to be back, and it gives us a good platform to work from.
Great, so how are changes in the Chinese economy and the political situation affecting tourism in Hong Kong?
It certainly has had some impact for us because China is some 80% of our total visitors. Some 60 million visitors a year come to Hong Kong, of which nearly 80% are from China. So we've certainly seen a decline in the China traffic to us for a number of reasons. Primarily driven by some changes to visas between China and Hong Kong that took place last year. And our decline is now slowing there because this visa change is now becoming a full year, so we're losing that impact. The other element that affects our China traffic is the strength of the Hong Kong dollar. We are pegged to the US dollar, so we've stayed very strong, and we're seeing that that's impacted the China business somewhat. But the good part of all of this is that we've certainly seen that our non-China business has returned to very good growth, of which Europe is doing very well for us as well. So we're seeing that whilst our China traffic has been impacted by those issues I've mentioned, we're getting some very good responses and good growth coming out of our other markets.
Great, and how has the year been for you in general? You've had some improvement works at the visitor centre, and what will the new location offer?
Well, Hong Kong tourism is very driven by so many different products that we've got. Hong Kong is such a compact with destination with some terrific variety that things like, as you mentioned, our visitor centres are very important. So we have a number of them through Hong Kong. But I think the one that really people remember is on the Peak, which is our main outlook that gives this great vista behind us. The Peak is based in a tram. We have an old tram that's converted into a visitor centre. That's been renovated and has got a lot of information available. And that makes it easy for people to understand what's going on in Hong Kong. And I think one of the things that we spent a lot of time on for the last year that's more important, if you like, than the visitor centre is our digital access for the visitors. So we have a fantastic My Hong Kong Guide app that people can download. They create their own itinerary on their computer, download it to the app, and then it becomes their guide while they're in Hong Kong. And we have all of the infrastructure in place with Wi-Fi and SIM cards that people can be online. So the visitor centre gives them a great interface, but our digital applications and our apps help them navigate while they're in Hong Kong. And we've expanded that dramatically, refreshed our websites and our apps, and it makes it very easy for people to navigate Hong Kong.
That's great, thank you very much. And you've recently been recognised as Asia's leading city break destination by the World Travel Awards. Congratulations. How useful is this for the brand, and how did it feel to win?
Yes, that's always terrific to win these types of awards, and I think city breaks really make sense for us, particularly for the shorter haul markets where it's easy for North Asia and Australia and India and the shorter haul markets to be able to come over for weekend breaks. We are a unique blend of East meets West. We're very Chinese in our culture and our perspective, but we have an amazing history that's quite unique. And that means that people can come over and indulge in Hong Kong's wonderful Chinese cuisine and culture, and at the same time experience the best that the world has to offer. So it's perfect for short breaks. Last year we did a lot in promoting those specifically, so I think that's helped our travel partners from our shorter haul markets promote Hong Kong very much about these short breaks. It's less of a benefit for us in the longer haul markets like Europe, but we're seeing that even with the European markets, that people are spending increasing number of stopover visits in Hong Kong as well, and that's very satisfying.
That's great. And how is airlift developing for you generally?
Well, talking specifically from a European point of view, it's been a blockbuster of a year for us. We've had new airlines have commenced services by SAS from Stockholm, Austrian flying out of Vienna and new services. Last year, Cathay added Zurich and Düsseldorf. This year they've added Gatwick. So we've actually seen a big step up in air capacity to Europe, both by Cathay, Pacific and other airlines. So that really helps. It makes us more accessible. It makes it all of our partners easier for them to be able to promote and sell packages for Hong Kong. So it's been a very good year, and that's reflected in our growth in our long-haul visits to Hong Kong.
Great, and what about new markets? Is South America, for example, a growing market for your destination?
It is growing, but it's very small, quite frankly. So we are not focused on growing in South America. We're very much have a range of markets that we focus our efforts on. And it's been great to see that there's some increasing co-chair type activity that drives traffic to us to Hong Kong. We support our partners in promoting them. But for us, it's a very small market, and we're looking more at the established markets of Europe, the Americas, North Asia and Southeast Asia, which is growing very well for us.
Great, and what else have we got to look forward to in the coming year?
Well, this year you'll be seeing a refreshed brand coming up. So we are refreshing our brand profile for Hong Kong. We have a set of television commercials that are going to air this month. And this is very much about the best of all, it's in Hong Kong. The best of all, it's in Hong Kong. Come and experience Hong Kong like a local. So we have got a series of TVCs and digital assets that are being rolled out between now and first quarter of next year. And all of our promotions will be aligned with this. And so we'll see a step up in our profile on that basis. Best of all, it's in Hong Kong, and very much experiencing how can you get behind the scenes of Hong Kong and experience Hong Kong like a local. So that kicks off. Our digital microsite's gone live this month. You'll see increasing numbers of promotions that are rolling out over the next 2 or 3 months. And we'll have a series of launches throughout Europe over the next 6 months to promote this in each of our European markets.
That's great. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much for coming to the Hong Kong stand.